It stands majestically at the water's edge, pouring its light across the waves. For centuries, the lighthouse has guided and protected ships at sea, providing vital direction through treacherous terrain and weather. Men have long depended on its radiance to keep them from harm. The financial landscape of post-millennial America seems every bit as dangerous as the high seas. We struggle to make ends meet, only to find that our efforts come up short. Americans are working harder and longer than ever, and they seem to be coming up shorter each year. We need help. We need a lighthouse.
At National Tax Specialists, we propose that you should not work harder to make more money, but keep more of the money you earn.
In the simplest terms, the American people are overtaxed. Like most of us, you probably have a monthly budget. You monitor your spending and your income, trying to do the best you can with what you have. But if you were to create a pie chart detailing your expenses, what would the biggest piece be? The typical American family pays more in total taxes than it spends on food, clothing, and shelter combined. You are overtaxed.
Today, federal taxes consume about 21% of the national income, the highest proportion since World War II. And in the 21st century, money is time and time is money. Tax Freedom Day, the day Americans stop working for the government and begin working for their families, fell on May 10th last year. Basically, this means that from New Year's Day until your children are out of school for the summer, you work for Uncle Sam. Every dime that you make, he takes, and that's just federal. In 1916, your great-great-grandfather worked only 10 days out of the year to meet his tax liability. This is where we step in.
The United States government wants you to go into business for yourself. 68% of the U.S. gross domestic product is made up by family-owned businesses. The government knows that encouraging Americans in that pursuit can only benefit our country. If you already run your own business, you're ahead of the game. Let us help you take full advantage of it. By embracing the current tax code, you'll learn that everything is cheaper when you get a deduction. Those day-in, day-out expenses that eat up so much of your budget become less expensive. Americans everywhere have bought into the misconceptions about the tax code, and it has cost them billions. We'll reveal the truth.
We are not proposing dressing up like Indians and raiding Boston Harbor. In fact, we are not even proposing tax reform. The laws are already in place to help you retain more of your income than you thought possible. Nothing dodgy or sketchy. No Enron solutions here. We understand your fears. No one wants to be audited. No one wants to take on the IRS, but you don't have to take on anyone. You simply need the tools to take advantage of the laws already in place, and we will show you how. We're here to help you navigate the treacherous seas of taxation. Most Americans are attempting the voyage to financial freedom with a crew, but no direction.
While your tax professional is an indispensable part of your finance team, he can only do so much with what you bring him. If you haven't used a tax reduction strategy over the course of the year, then your accountant's hands are tied. Let's say you take your car into your mechanic. If you haven't changed or even checked the oil in 3 years, there's nothing your poor mechanic can do to help you. And you've probably cost yourself a car. For the price of a few routine oil changes, you could have saved tens of thousands of dollars. With our help, you can plan a tax reduction strategy that is about as complicated and time-consuming as an oil change. Contrary to popular belief, tax relief strategies don't have to be complicated to use. Once you adopt our plan, you need a few minutes a day to save thousands. You can deduct everyday expenses that normally would not be deductible. 5 minutes daily.
If you were able to reduce your tax liability by $5,000, which is the average overpayment, you would be making over $160 for every hour you spend with this plan. A minimal investment of your time and money puts you in control of your income, giving you an aggressive, proactive strategy for your financial future. Not all aggressive taxpayers get audited. Those who break the law are the only ones who have anything to fear.
The audit has become the adult version of the boogeyman. You aren't exactly sure what it is, but it's out there, and it can get you. You see, there's a very important difference between aggressive and illegal. Even if you get audited, if you follow our simple strategy, you've got nothing to fear. NTS represents all of our clients for free in any audit. The boogeyman belongs in children's imaginations and in bad movies, not in your finances. Fear is a powerful force, but it's easily overcome by truth.
Does my business have to show a profit? You only have to show a profit motive that you started this business to make money. Many Fortune 500 companies haven't shown a profit in years. It's ridiculous to think the IRS will announce that Daimler Chrysler is a hobby. You don't even have to keep all of your receipts to get some deductions. True, you have to document all of your expenses, but an IRS-compliant tax diary is all you need. Part of our program not only gets that diary into your hands, but we work with you, teaching you how to use it to its full advantage. A few pages of paper in the hands of someone who knows how to use them is like the difference between a basketball in the hands of a toddler and the same ball in the hands of an NBA superstar.
The critical step here is that you must document your deductions. That's why our diary system is so crucial. By documenting these details, the expense of your daily trip to work, something you already pay for, becomes a deduction. And if taking that time to write these details down is too much, look at it another way. When you're driving to work, reset your odometer every 3 miles. Every time you hit that 3-mile marker, throw a $1 bill out your window. This is exactly what you're doing. This point simply cannot be emphasized enough. The law allows you to pay less than you do. Fear and lack of information keep Americans from keeping billions of their hard-earned dollars.
We don't need tax reform. We need to use the tax laws we have to our advantage. Why reform what we aren't even using? This is a simple, straightforward approach to take what the government has already given us to help you improve your life. Though the law affords you all of these advantages, 65% of all American taxpayers pay more than they are required to by Uncle Sam. Why? Because the tax laws and tax codes, deductions and credits all seem so complicated. It's increasingly difficult to understand the law and virtually impossible for the average taxpayer to use it to their advantage. This is why you need a specialist. This is why you need NTS. We are your specialists. We are here to help you make good choices and structure your finances so that when it is time to pay the IRS, you will be in optimum financial health.
We equip you to take full advantage of the laws and resources at your disposal. We provide you with the professional tax strategies, unlimited access to a tax professional, and a toll-free tax number for tax questions. We can review previous year's tax returns and IRS representation at an audit. We'll send you a newsletter of tax changes that affect you. We offer a small business payroll service, an easy-to-use tax diary, every tool you need to maximize your bottom line. We give you the tools to not only increase the amount of money you keep, but to ensure that you honor the laws of our country. We give you the knowledge and the power to take control of your financial future. The rest is up to you. No sea captain would dare brave the open ocean without the necessary tools, and no captain would dare to approach the rocky shore without clearly seeing the beacon of the lighthouse. The waters can be tricky, even dangerous, but everything becomes easier when you lock in on that light as it spills out over the water. We are here to be your lighthouse. We're here to guide you, to bring you safely to harbor. It is your choice whether to follow the beacon or not.